I and my Father are one. Before Abraham was, I am. This is an expression of the supreme teaching, the deification of the human being. This is the teaching that gets Christ crucified. So today that's what we're going to talk about. This is Keith Joseph. I am an aspirant in the teacher certification program with the Institute for Hermetic Studies. Today we're talking about a monograph from Mark Stavish called The Mind of Hermes, which is a discussion of the supreme teaching, which is expressed by Christ in those sayings, I and my Father are one. It's a non-dual teaching. And so that's what we're going to kind of think about. What does that mean? Non-dual teaching or non-duality. Our everyday lives are lived in duality and in the world of 10,000 things, right? So we're always living in that dual state, the many. But there's also the one. And the one is the ultimate reality. It's not a thing, it's just the one awareness. It's beyond language, so difficult to talk about, and almost anything you say about it is going to have some untruthness about it. But we try, right? Really, it's an experience. And Christ also says to us, the kingdom of God is within you. Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for the kingdom of God is within you. That's the good news. And the way that we always have access to that because it is within us. It's nowhere else. It's right there. And what is it that is right there? Remember, when Moses asks for the name of God, who shall I say sent me? The response is, I am. And we also have the Psalm, be still and know that I am God. I am is a name of God, and I am is the name of the divine within us. The problem for us is that we are always limiting it, right? So we're always saying, I am my name. I am Keith. I am this body. I am this pain in my knee, right? I have this pain. I am this body. I feel sad. I feel happy. We identify with things that limit us. And so they limit or obscure the divinity that we actually are. So one of the things that we want to do is to try to abide more and more in that divinity that's within us. We want to make ourselves more and more an expression of that. This is what the monograph discusses, the Mind of Hermes. There's some recommended readings in that monograph. One of them is the Paul Brunton Short Path to Enlightenment, which is an excellent book. Really clear and succinct kind of description of a way to have the immediate experience of pure awareness, pure consciousness, pure being, right? The non-dual teaching is beyond words, so it's hard to put into words, but it's the experience of just being aware, right? Of just being conscious, not as an individualized separate self, just as the pureness of consciousness, the simplicity of it. So the path to that there's ways of trying to achieve that experience and then integrate it into your life more and more. That's really what the tradition is about. One, at the recent IHS conference, the celebration of 25 years, John White gave a talk on theurgy, and he discussed, among other things, the Liturgy of Hermes. And James Brown and I recently did a video on that also, which I'll put a link into this description here for this video. But that practice, the Liturgy of Hermes, which is available from IHS, is a practice designed to bring about an experience of the oneness of being, the divinity of yourself, an experience of that, right? So you're, among other things, assuming the God form of Hermes, of Thoth. You're entering into relationship with Thoth, and you're allowing Thoth to, you're allowing the duality between yourself and the deity to be dissolved. And so then you're bringing more and more of the deity into your life, more and more of the divine into your life. And over time, your limited sense of self becomes softened, weakened, luminous. And so the divine can flow through you more and more. It's obviously beyond words, but it is the path of return. It is the thing that we're shooting for. It is the goal. This is the supreme teaching. And the more and more you can abide in that I am, the undifferentiated I am, the divine I am, the not limited self I am, the more effective everything else that you do will be, including your magic. So the Liturgy of Hermes is something I would recommend checking out if you haven't already done it. If you have done it, certainly leave a comment in the below. If you've checked out the Paul Brunton Short Path to Enlightenment, have any thoughts about that, I would love to hear about that as well. If you've engaged in any of the non-dual practices or teachings that lead to non-dual experience, please leave a comment in the comment section so that we can discuss further. And I will be doing a video on the pathology of the sublime, which are some of the difficulties that emerge or can emerge from these practices, especially if you haven't done prior preparation. So look out for that, and I hope to see you there.